Dad, you've got to talk to Mom, Emily said, flicking off the radio. She left the house in a pink velour tracksuit, juicy across the butt. It's humiliating. I kept my eyes on the road. She wasn't wrong. Lori looked more ready for a college party than a school drop-off. She works hard to stay in shape, I said, trying to keep it neutral. She's not my gym buddy. She's my mom. Truth is, I agreed. Lori hadn't adjusted as Emily grew up. Back in elementary school, she was the queen of bake sales and craft tables. But by high school, she wanted to be in the friend group, not the parent circle. I still remember junior year. Emily had friends over, talking boys and fashion, and Lori jumped in like a classmate. Emily stormed into my office mid-grading. Can you tell Mom to give me my friends back? I tried talking to Lori afterward. Her answer? We're more like sisters. Sisters fight. It's normal. It wasn't. It was a woman wrestling time, refusing to grow up. But I didn't tell Emily all that. I kept it surface level. Your mom's proud of how she looks. Most women can't pull that off. That's kind of the problem, Emily sighed. She's not supposed to be like most women. When we reached campus, I asked what time to pick her up from her bookstore job. Don't worry about it. I've got a ride, she said, too casual. I knew who, Brandon Hilton. Law student, too old, too slick. Guys like him circled freshmen like hawks. I didn't like him, but Lori had chatted him up once and decided he was charming. See you at dinner, I said, but my gut twisted. That night, the front door slammed. Emily ran to her room in tears. I knocked. Can I come in? Okay, Daddy, she sniffled. She was face down, sobbing. I sat beside her. She clung to me like she did when she was 5. Brandon dumped me. I held her, said nothing. Just let her cry. When Lori came home, I told her. Her response? Good. About damn time. Wait. I thought you liked him? I never did. Too smooth. She'll bounce back. No motherly softness, no comfort. That was my job now. The next morning, Emily barely ate. Said she was fine. I let it go. But she was pale, quiet, off. Friday night, I got home late. Her door was closed. Crying. Again. It's me, I said, cracking the door. She ran into my arms, shaking. Then her voice broke. Daddy, I'm pregnant. My head spun. I sat down, barely breathing. Are you sure? But you're on the pill. It doesn't always work. I took a test. Went to the clinic. 6 weeks. I held her tight. For a second, we both wished she were still 5 and this was just a nightmare. Does your mom know? She shook her head. Let's eat something, I said. We found leftovers and sat in silence. Did you tell Brandon? I finally asked. His number's dead. His landlord says he left town. Exactly what I expected. But I kept that to myself. You thought about what's next? I'm not ready to be a mom, but I don't think I can get rid of it either. Then we've got your back, me and Mom, whatever you decide. She cried again, softer this time. I love you, Daddy. Love you. Too, baby. By 8 p.m., still no sign of Lori. I tried calling, cell, office, voicemail. Nothing. Called her best friend, Jackie. Thought she was with you, Jackie said. She left work early for a meeting. Haven't heard since. Emily looked at me, worried. Is Mom okay? I forced a smile. Probably just busy. She'll be home soon. But I didn't believe it. Something felt off. We watched TV together, pretending things were normal. Emily fell asleep halfway through the show. I stayed up, waiting. Next thing I knew, it was morning, sun in my face. I was still on the couch, her side of the bed, empty, garage, car gone. Now I was panicking. I tried her phone again, still nothing. Then, I called her boss at home. His words. That day in class started rough but ended with something real. A heavy, honest conversation. No one rushed out when the bell rang. They lingered. I hated the mess I was in, but at least I turned it into something useful, a teachable moment. Outside that room, though, things were worse. When Lori first went missing, the phone wouldn't stop ringing. Friends, family, all wanting to help. But after that article came out, silence. One headline turned us radioactive. People kept their distance like we were contagious. Then the phone rang again. I answered. "You bastard," a voice barked. Rufus Carlton, Lori's father. "What the hell did you do to my daughter?" I took a slow breath. "Good evening to you too, Rufus. No one knows what happened. We're doing what we can." "Don't feed me that." "Garbage," he snapped. "It's always the husband. I knew you were bad news from the start. She chose you over her family, and now look." His words burned. "I hear you," I said. "But let me remind you, you cut her off for 20 years. You don't get to play grieving father now." He started yelling again. I slammed the phone down. The sound echoed through the house. I collapsed into the chair, shaking. I was done. Done being blamed, done being hunted, still no trace of Lori. Hope faded by the day. I was barely holding on, until Emily gave me a reason. One night she sat beside me on the couch. "Dad," she said, "I want to take a Lamaze class. Learn how to do this whole birth thing. But I need a partner. And I don't really have anyone else. Will you go with me?" "Of course," I said, without a second thought. A few nights later, we were in a hospital conference room surrounded by expectant couples. Some of the moms looked ready to pop. It hit me. This was real. This was happening. A red-haired woman walked up. "Hi, welcome. I'm Bridget Murphy, your instructor." Emily introduced herself. Bridget smiled, told her to mingle, then turned. "To me. And you are?" I wasn't fully present. "John Manning. I'm the father." Her smile faltered. "Oh no, I mean, I'm her dad, not the dad." Bridget laughed. "Got it. Sorry. You'd be surprised what I've seen in here." She hesitated. "Where's the baby's father?" "Gone. No idea where." "So, I'm stepping in." She gave me a nod. "I'm sorry, but good on you. A lot of dads don't show up. You being here, it matters." I glanced over at Emily. She was laughing with a couple of other moms. That smile lit something in me. Before class started, I pulled Bridget aside. "You might have seen my name in the papers. I'm that John Manning, the one with the missing wife. I didn't do anything. But if that's a problem, I'll figure something else out." She studied me a moment, then smiled gently. "You're here for your daughter. That's all I care about. Besides, I doubt killers sign up for Lamaze." Class helped. Emily loved it. She bonded with Bridget, felt less alone. It gave her strength. And it gave me breathing room, an hour or two each week where I wasn't drowning in cops, whispers, and guilt. But the noise didn't stop. Calls came. Sick ones. People accusing me. One anonymous note even offered me money to confess to a tabloid. So when an unmarked envelope arrived one afternoon, I nearly tossed it. But something made me pause. Inside was a short letter. My knees gave out as I read, "John, I saw the news. I'm sorry. I never thought they'd blame you. Please tell the police I'm alive and safe. I'm with someone I love. File for divorce if you haven't already. I'm not coming back. Please tell Emily I love her. I know I hurt her. Lori." Right then, Emily walked in. "Dad, what's wrong?" I handed her the letter. She read it fast, hands trembling. "She just left," she whispered. "Didn't even say goodbye?" She collapsed into my arms, sobbing, and I felt it, relief and rage. Lori was alive, but she'd ghosted us like we were nothing. Emily wiped her face, sat up. "We need to take this to the cops." She was right. I grabbed my keys. She met me. "At the door." "I'm going with you." At the station, we got lucky. The missing persons detective was in. I asked for the homicide woman, too. They brought her in. I slid the letter across the desk. The man read it, handed it to his partner. She scanned it, expression blank. You could have written this yourself, she said. My blood ran hot, but I stayed calm. Sure. Maybe I flew to New York and mailed it to myself. Did you miss the postmark? Before she could answer, Emily pulled another envelope from her purse. This is a letter Mom wrote me from summer camp. Compare the handwriting. The detectives lined them up, exchanged a look. We'll send it to the lab, he said. But yeah, this closes the case. He shook my hand, apologized for the heat. When the woman reached for mine, I looked past her and walked out. No press release, no apology, no cleanup. My name was no longer suspect, but still tainted. I had my lawyer call the paper, threatened a lawsuit. They agreed to print a correction, but not front page. Just a 2-line blurb buried in the back, missing wife found, runaway spouse. I stormed into my lawyer's office, slammed the paper on his desk. When they thought I killed her, I was front page. Now this? 2 damn sentences? He just shrugged. That's how it works, John. Homicide sells. Truth doesn't. I made copies of the note, sent them to everyone who went cold on us, dropped one on Henry Vance's desk. He actually looked ashamed. Congrats, he mumbled. I laminated a copy and kept it in my wallet, just in case. But I didn't send one to Rufus Carlton. Let him figure it out on his own. One good thing came of it. With the letter confirmed, I filed for divorce. Grounds, desertion. It went through fast. No contest. Emily and I kept going to Lamaze. A few weeks in, we started grabbing coffee with Bridget after class. One night, she opened up. Her husband died in Afghanistan. She was pregnant, then lost the baby. But she didn't break. She became a nurse, a midwife. She helped other women bring life into the world. I was stunned. You've got a gift, I told her. You teach hard things in a way that sticks. She smiled. Only because I've got students who want to learn. But I knew better. It took more than that. It took heart. And she had it. Driving home one night, Emily said, "Did you notice what Bridget was wearing? Her scrubs?" "No, Dad. She changed. Jeans, makeup." "Oh," I said. Emily rolled her eyes. "She dressed up for you. She likes you." "Why would she like me?" "Because you're a good man. You've been through hell, and you're still here. Ask her out. It's time." So I did. After the next class, I waited until everyone left. "Hey," I said to Bridget, "would you want to go out sometime?" She smiled. "Like coffee? More like dinner? Maybe a movie? With Emily?" she teased. I laughed. "No, just us. Unless you want her to come." She laughed too. "Just us, John. That sounds nice." And just like that, I was dating again. We took it slow. Lori and I had been fire and chaos. Bridget was steady, grounded, no drama, no games. It felt real. For the first time in a long time, I could breathe. Emily was due around March 1st. She was doing great, strong, glowing. So when I had to drive to our Columbus campus the day before Valentine's Day, I didn't feel bad. It was just 2 hours. I told her to call if anything happened. The meeting went fine. Lunch with faculty. Then I checked my phone. Dead. I borrowed one, called Emily. No answer. My gut twisted. I called Bridget. "Thank God," she said. "Emily's water broke. She's in labor, at the hospital. Drive safe, but fast." I floored it down I-85, 90 minutes flat. At the hospital, nurses handed me scrubs but didn't rush me to the delivery room. They took me to a side room. Emily was lying in bed holding a baby, my granddaughter. My stomach dropped. I'd missed the birth. But that guilt vanished when I saw Emily's face. Saw the baby breathing, perfect. Bridget was next to the bed, glowing. She looked up, stepped back. "I'll give you two some time," she said. But Emily reached out. "Don't go." She looked at me. "When I couldn't get you, I called Bridget. She dropped everything. Stayed the whole time. Helped me through it." I looked at Bridget, choked with gratitude. Just nodded. Emily smiled. I picked her name. Bridget Valentine Manning. Then she turned to Bridget. If that's okay with
You!
Bridget's eyes welled up. I'd be honored, she whispered. Emily looked at me. I called it karma. Leaning against the wall, arms crossed, I let the silence slice deeper before speaking. You've got some nerve showing up here. She flinched, but didn't look away. I was scared to come, she said. Figured you'd hate me by now. Hate you? I laughed, sharp and bitter. Lori, I passed hate a long time ago. I don't even respect you enough to bother hating you. She bit her trembling lip, trying to hold herself together. I never meant for it to go the way it did. I stood straighter, voice rising. You didn't just leave, Lori. You vanished. No note, no call, not even a text to your daughter. You disappeared like a coward. Tears welled up in her eyes, but I didn't care. You know what happened after you pulled that Houdini act? The cops thought I killed you. They tore through the house like I was a damn serial killer, ripped apart our bedroom, dug through closets, treated me like a monster. They even impounded my car. Ever had detectives search your trunk for blood, while the neighbors gawk through their windows? She stared at the floor, too ashamed to meet my eyes. Our friends ghosted me. Family whispered behind my back. Strangers spat on me in public. Emily got called a Slayer's kid at school. I lost clients, I lost everything. And the whole time you were shacked up with Brandon freaking Hilton, playing house like this was some fantasy rom-com. She blinked, stunned. Then the crocodile tears came. Classic Lori, always the victim. I didn't know it was that bad, she whispered. I swear, John, I didn't know. I thought you'd be angry. I didn't think. Of course you didn't think, I snapped. You never do. You just act, then cry when it all falls apart. That's your whole life. Impulsive, selfish, and always the martyr. I didn't plan it, she whimpered. It just started with Brandon, dumb flirting. I didn't mean for it to go anywhere. I just felt. You felt young? I cut in. That's what this was, right? You wanted to feel young again, so you stole your daughter's boyfriend. Who does that, Lori? Her voice cracked. I didn't mean to hurt Emily. You didn't mean to hurt her? I barked. You slept with her boyfriend, made him dump her, then ran off with him. You didn't just hurt her. You shattered her. And you did it for you, not her. Don't stand there twisting it like you were protecting her. You wanted to prove you still had it, that you were still hot crap, that you could take what wasn't yours, even if it was your daughter's. She broke down, sobbing, face in her hands, but I wasn't done. And after all that, you didn't say goodbye, didn't even pack. Just hopped in his car like this was some goddamn indie flick. She looked up, red-eyed. It wasn't like that. I left work early to see him. He said he was leaving town. I begged him not to. Then he looked at me and said, "Are you coming or not?" And I didn't think, I just went. You just went? I repeated, my voice flat as steel. With nothing? She hesitated. I had a gym bag. A few things I kept at his place. That hit harder than anything else. She had a go bag at his place. She'd been planning this. And money? I asked coldly. You didn't touch our accounts, so how the hell were you living? She lowered her voice. He had a trust fund, and I had a private account, under my maiden name. I started pacing. My hands shook. My jaw clenched so tight I thought I'd break a molar. The more she spoke, the more sick I felt. I used to think that reckless streak in her was electric. Turns out it was a live wire waiting to burn everything down. Out the window, I noticed a beat-up black SUV idling at the curb. Turned slowly. He's out there, isn't he? Her eyes widened. No, that's Jackie. She drove me. I stared at her. Let the silence thicken. Oh, I said. And the guy you threw your entire life away for? Her face twisted. He left me. I laughed, cold and sharp. Of course he did. She kept talking like she hadn't heard. One day he just said he had some new opportunity, told me I wasn't part of it, packed up and vanished, left me stranded in Brooklyn. I was working. 2 jobs. Sleeping on floors. So, he dumped you the way you dumped us. She flinched. Karma's a mean bitch, huh? I guess it is, she muttered. She moved to the window, gave a little wave. I asked Jackie to come in. My eyes narrowed. Why? She turned back, posture straightening like she'd practiced this part. I know I was selfish. I know I wrecked everything, but don't think for a second I don't regret it, especially leaving Emily. That's what kills me most. No, I said cold. What kills you is the fallout. You don't regret what you did. You regret what it cost you. You don't get it. No, you don't. You didn't leave because you had to. You left because you couldn't face your daughter and tell her you were screwing her boyfriend. I saw it then. Just for a second. Not guilt, rage. That was only part of it, she muttered. Before I could reply, the garage door opened. Emily's voice echoed through the house. Hey, Dad, whose car is parked outside? She walked in, baby Bridget in her arms, froze, her eyes bounced from me to Lori, to the infant in Lori's arms. The silence was brutal. I should have said something soft, eased her in. But screw that. I was done. I met her eyes. Look who your mom brought with her. Emily blinked, confused. I nodded at the baby. Your new stepsister. Lori gasped. Jackie went pale. Emily didn't move, just stood there, holding her own child. I took a breath, then twisted the knife. Lori, I said, meet baby Bridget, your granddaughter. Silence, then chaos, shouting, crying. The kind of pain that only comes from betrayal so deep it warps time. They figured it out. The babies had the same father. Hours later, I peeked in. Jackie held Lori's baby. Lori held Bridget. Emily hovered near both. Emily saw me, came over, tugged my sleeve. Dad, can Mom stay here? Just for a while? I stared at her. Are you serious? After what she did to us? I'm still mad, too, she said softly. But she's broke. She's got nowhere else, and her baby, that's Bridget's half-sister. That makes her mine, too. That one hit hard. I shook my head. Why can't she stay with Jackie? Jackie lives in a 1-bedroom, Dad. Then let her go to her parents. Emily scoffed. Yeah, that'll go well. She was right. Lori burned that bridge long ago. That day I learned 2 things. I'll never fully understand mothers and daughters, and I kept my hands busy. Plans, logistics, anything to keep from screaming. Then the door clicked. Lori stood there like a shadow come to life. She didn't speak at first. Just stood there, hollow-eyed, streaked mascara, waiting for sympathy that wasn't coming. What do you want? I asked, eyes fixed on my desk. Her voice cracked. I know I hurt you. I was unfaithful, I scoffed. You're just now catching up? I'm not asking forgiveness, she whispered. Just don't ruin your life because of me. Don't let Emily live through more pain. Don't give Bridget a reason to hate you. I stood. There it is. You still think this is about you? She blinked. I stepped closer, my voice low and cold.